Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Mark St. Louis. I'm the TMMA Town Meeting Members Association acting chair, and I want to welcome you to the 2021 info session in anticipation of town meeting on Monday, the 22nd at 7:30, which is going to start then. Tonight, we're going to have a little bit different format than we've had in the past. We've urged members to look at presentations on the town meeting website, the town website and the town meeting page on the website prior to this meeting. And we've got a number of different subjects that will be addressed. I sent out the agenda for it for the I think it's eight or nine different agenda items that we will be going over, and you'll get a chance to ask questions during the question and answer period. During this period, we're gonna just know that it's being recorded. We're gonna ask people to also just stay on mute. You can mute your microphone during the session. Unless you're speaking, just so that it limits the background noise and we get a good recording. So with that, we'll start with the CPA and Marilyn Fenaloza, the CPA chair, will take it away.
Well, actually, I think I'm not supposed to make a presentation, but rather just invite questions. So.
Yep.
If there are any questions about any of the articles, please raise your hand and ask them now. And Jim, is your hand up? No, it wasn't. Okay.
So I see. I'll try to keep order with try to answer questions, but I've got Avram Baskin. Got a question?
Yes, I have a question about Article 10A. So I see that it's for a community center mansion sidewalk and patio historic resources and patio. My question is, what would be the patio for? Why does it need a patio and not just a sidewalk?
It's a gathering place for people coming out of the community center. But if Christina, Christine Dean, are you on the line somewhere?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you, Marilyn.
Christine is the director of the community center, so perhaps she's the best person to tell you what that patio is for.
Hi, thank you. Yes, the patio itself is currently existing. So this would be looking to replace the walkway as well as the patio that is on the property. The patio currently is used for picnic tables. There's a handful of picnic tables and other kind of more of a courtyard, you could call it. And so it's used for kind of small gatherings, informal dining, meet up with friends. We would be looking for possibly just changing the shape of that extension of the patio to where it might accommodate one or two more tables or say a different activity on that space, but also be accessible from the walkway, from the whole perimeter of the building.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Next question from Tanya Jasolfi McCready.
Unmuted, Tanya.
You're not unmuted, Tanya.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Thank you. I think you mentioned it briefly on 10A, but I wanted to be sure. You said something about it being ADA compliant. I just wanted to be sure that the sidewalk was compliant for all users to get in and out of the community center.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And then I
Right.
had one more question about the playground enhancements and the pour in place surfaces. You listed a bunch of acronyms, and I'm sorry that I'm not familiar with all of them, but I wanted to make sure that we were using non-toxic materials for those kids.
Well, I'll take one of the questions at a time. Well, the answer to the second one is obviously yes, we are not, or no, we're
Fantastic.
not using the acronyms. AV, pour in place, pour in place. AV, you know what? The recreation people can talk about these things off the top of their head. I have to look them up. Who is here from recreation? Is Melissa, you're here.
Hi, Marilyn.
wanna-
Melissa Petit. Yes, Director of Recreation. So the article that we're bringing forward for the playground replacement does not include poured in place. It will be with a 5-bar safety surfacing. If there was some poured in place, it would be to bring the accessible pathway from the park to the structure itself.
Okay. So then what is the,
But it would not be toxic.
yeah. So what is that? I just know that there was some trouble with some of the rubber replacements that we've used in the past. And I just wanted to be sure we weren't duplicating that decision we made in the past that we wanted to change.
Is Sean Newell here? And before Sean comes on, Tanya, the ASTM is the American Society for Testing and Materials.
Thank you.
CSC is the Consumer Product Safety Commission, and the ADA is the Americans with Disability Act.
That one I knew. Thank you.
All
I
right.
really appreciate it. Thank you for
I had to-
answering my questions.
No, I had to look them up myself. Sean, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Sean.
So I'm happy that Marilyn looked all that stuff up that fast. That was pretty good. So yeah, all the materials that we're using currently is a newer, updated, and is the current way to install poured in place surfacing. The article that we put forward is a 4-year plan to get all the schools to 100% poured in place, because it makes the playground more usable and universal for all children to use.
Okay.
Great, thank you. Are there any other questions, CPA related, that people would like to ask? Oh, I see David Cantor's hand up.
Yes, I just want to confirm that right now the plan is for 2 more years after this, so it'll be a 3-year total process of getting those done. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think that's correct. Yes, Sean?
I know that we originally were going to do a 4-year plan. I don't know if Mike had changed it down to a 3-year plan, but we have to do Harrington, Fisk, and Bridge and Bowman. Most of the LCP and the Hastings playground currently are 100% PIP, and all other elementaries are a percentage of PIP and 5-bar, and we're looking to not use 5-bar in the playgrounds anymore.
Okay. David Cantor still had his hand up. I didn't know if you had another question, David.
Nope.
Sorry, left it up.
Okay,
Bye.
no problem. Seeing no one else with any questions. Oh, I see Don McKenna. Has a question.
Thank you. Hopefully this is a simple question. In the last page of the book, it gives the summary of the available balances. And if I'm reading this correctly, if we expend all the money that we're being asked to expend, there'll still be a balance of just over $7 million. And I'm just wondering how that compares with previous years that we walk out of town meeting with about how much cash. Is it significantly more? Is it about the same? Or
I'm gonna have to guess, since rest of your question down because you froze midway in your sentence.
Oh, I'm
But
sorry.
You asked if
Let me ask the question again. Can you hear me now? So,
yes, I can.
okay. So my question is I see that there's over $7 million left if we spend everything we're being asked to at the end of this year's town meeting. And I'm just wondering how that $7 million relates to prior years. I just forget how much we generally go into the next year's town meeting with.
It's significantly more. As you noted, we only had essentially 4 projects plus debt and administrative. Usually we have 10, 12, 14 projects. We believe that this is largely COVID related, that a lot of projects have been put on hold. And well, we try to maintain a balance of $2 million. So this is significantly higher than we're used to seeing. And frankly, it caught us by surprise. But by the time we realized how much money we had and how many projects we weren't getting, it was too late to do anything about it. So what we're doing is going to have a full court press to get those projects in next year, like 3 years of port in place servicing at the playgrounds. And I know that there is I expect that there'll be a large construction project for Lexab next year as well. So I think that money will disappear pretty quickly, but we just didn't need it this year because of everything else that's going on.
Well, so my follow-up question to that was any thought or consideration given to paying down